Hello, I'm Beverly from the Midland Public Library, and today on Culinary Creations, fall and winter season happening, it's time to think about freezing some items, canning some items. So we are going to do everything tomato. Was able to purchase half a bushel of Roma or plum tomatoes, and with that I was able to make and have a little leftovers 6 bags of frozen pasta sauce, 6 bags of frozen bruschetta, and 6 bags of salsa. Now, of course, everything is nicer fresh, but as winter season comes along, prices of produce goes up, and the convenience of having something frozen is really ideal. So what we did for the pasta sauce is I took my Roma tomatoes, I took onions, peppers, ground beef, tomato paste, garlic, whatever Italian herbs you'd like to use. I also like to add some crushed chilies, basil, and oregano, and I made a pasta sauce. I like my pasta sauce to be a little bit spicy. I like to make arrabbiata sauce, which in Italian means angry or spicy sauce. But whether you add your spices the same as me, it's totally up to you. If you like your stuff a little sweeter, a little milder, your choice, whatever you do. And the alternative to adding ground beef is, maybe add a chorizo sausage or hot Italian sausage or something sweet. So for the tomatoes, what you're going to do is I used a roasting pan because I don't have a pot quite big enough. But if you cover that or lay that across 2 of your burners, what you do is you boil the water, you put your tomatoes in, and after about 4 or 5 minutes, because you're not actually cooking the tomato, you want to just heat them up enough. Then you put them in water with ice, and those skins peel off so you don't have those stringy strings in your sauce. Quick and easy, not too hard to do. Like I said, you boil them for about 5 minutes. Well, while that's happening, you can take your roast beef and your onions, and like I said, if you have mushrooms or anything else, you can add that and brown that up, getting it ready to add to your sauce. Once you peel, your tomatoes are ready to have the skin peeled off them, which is fairly easy at this point. I added my ground beef, my onions, my peppers into a roasting pan because I was making such a big pot of pasta sauce that I needed something large. I added my seasoning, and then I chopped up my tomatoes and I added them as well. And then I added the tomato paste. The tomato paste just helps make it a little bit thicker. And then you have the choice of canning. I know Melanie from the library has a canning video, which you should check out. But if not, and you're not comfortable canning, I just froze my packages. I put enough in for about 2 meals of pasta sauce, and I froze them, and they'll last for about 6 months in the freezer. Okay, another thing I made, because I had so many tomatoes, is I made a fairly quick and easy bruschetta. Now, there's not much to this recipe, and it's just my own recipe. I didn't follow anything. So what I did was I chopped up some tomato, I added some olive oil and balsamic vinegar, onions, and some basil. And I just mixed that mixture up and let it sit. I find the more it sits, the better it tastes. It's very sort of a tart taste, and I love to add goat cheese, herbed goat cheese to the top of it. It is so wonderful, and I look forward to having some of that soon. Okay, for my salsa that I made and froze, and like I said, it's always better when it's fresh, but I think this will be wonderful. What I added is I added my chopped tomatoes, there's some jalapenos, like green, I added some green onion, I added garlic, fresh cilantro from the garden, and you can add some lime juice and a bit of salt to just bring out those flavors, right? I mixed it together, of course, put them in the bag and ready to use the next time I need it.